Alright. Welcome back to Don't Toy With Me, Miss Nagatoro. Anime Review, episode number 12. After this, I'm going to do my Super Sentai review, and I got to take care of something else. Excuse me. With this particular one, we're discussing the fourth episode of Season 2, which is technically the 16th episode series. Why don't you come inside, Senpai-kun? Yes. Episode picks up exactly where it left off last time. Now, a line that says from 662, plus the bonus story 11, which is from basically volume 6. Okay, that part is true, but it also adapts from the last handful of pages of 10 to 15:9. Does not fully the chapter, but that's part of it, which I do appreciate that. So, after the whole recap of, the senpai meeting Nagaro's sister, who is Nagatoro. Then, of course, they come inside, and, of course, they chat for a bit. It's like, oh, you interested in my sister? And she's talked about you. And then here she is, Naga herself, where she is in her PJs, her hair is wet, and of course, she's like, oh, crap, he's here. Because it has been implied that she's got a thing for him, despite the fact she spent time bullying him, despite the fact she spent other people bullying her guy. Yeah. So, she's dry her hair off, and of course, puts on his proper clothes. And of course, he's here because he brought her homework and a gift. She, of course, bought some pudding. By the way, her dialogue is like, oh, Nichan, did you bring you some pudding? Which, by the way, that's from the manga itself. I appreciate the fact they kept that in for the sub. So, they basically go to Nagaro's room, which, according to the senpai, of course, yes, he has been here for last season, mind you. Though I think the scene may have played in the previous season of the show. Yeah, I kind of remember this at point in the show. Maybe I forgot. I remember them being in her house before, but being her basically happens next. So they chat and of course they talk about pudding. Of course, interested in, of course, as he eats the pudding, and of course sister comes in and there was some juice. And later on, of course, after and of course they play a video game, which is from the open house sequence. And then of course he wants the prize. You want to know one of my secrets? And he's like, okay. How about your first name? Which they revealed on this episode. Yep, they revealed her first name is Hayacha. Hayate. That's basically her first name. Accidentally revealed by her own sister. Yep, and of course try to show pictures. And then the senpai leaves, being there for a little while. It's a pretty interesting bit. And then of course she thanks for coming. And then we have the next day, which is from the bonus store, which they add a little bit in there because of the context of the episode, recovering from the cold. And then, of course, they received a pose as a thank you for coming over, which differs in the actual sort of short story. In the short story, she just decided to do it. She had no real reason to do it. She just did a thank you. And then, of course, Bruce Lee, which also well. And then, of course, the thing ends with her nearly falling over, and of course, by catching her. Oh, Jeff Nick is nah. He's kind of embarrassed by it, but yeah, he was. A pretty interesting episode. The next episode, the senpai is sick. Yep. I might review that later. Yep. But yeah, that's particular review. Next episode is going to be Super Sentai, and I'm going to take a little break, and I'll basically just, come back to it a bit. Now, I do have one other anime to worry about I still have not watched yet. Is Rancho's Dungeon. I might get time to watch at my stream. It's possible. I'll probably go to it as soon as I get probably after my stream, I'll probably get a chance to do that, and then I'll do my review, I'll do my 2 comment corners, and tomorrow, all I have to worry about is about 3 in it. I think I might do 4, because I might just go ahead and watch episode 4 for this tomorrow. Okay? Next video, Super Sentai. Okay? Next video. Bye.